Hello, and thank you for coming to the McWaters Effect. I'm your host, Matt. Today, we're going to be talking about Donald Trump and what he said at the fundraiser in front of press and other Republicans about Mitch Mcconnell. But first, I need you to hit like and subscribe. And don't forget, I need you to share the video. Helps the channel grow. Now, let's get on with the show. Now, first thing I want to talk about is, if anyone would be surprised that Donald Trump would talk shit about Mitch Mcconnell, then you haven't been paying attention in the last 5 years. All right? It's no surprise at all that he's going to be talking stuff about him. He feels like he was betrayed by Mitch Mcconnell. Do I feel like Mitch Mcconnell betrayed Donald Trump? Some ways yes, and some ways no. I think he was doing what he thought was best for him politically when it comes to Mcconnell. He knew Trump lost. He knew he couldn't save him, so he decided to throw him under the bus and protect his own job. Which isn't surprising, especially for Washington. And I don't know why Donald Trump will be surprised. They're politicians. This is a news article from the Daily News. Trump blasts Mcconnell as a dumb son of a bitch. Okay, former President Donald Trump calls Senate Minority Leader Mitch Mcconnell a dumb son of a bitch in front of Republican donors gathering at Trump's Florida resort on Saturday night, according to Politico. First thing, I don't really trust Politico all that much. They're a left-wing publication. But are they lying about this? Probably not. And who would be surprised? Like I said, I don't see why anyone would be surprised and why this is news, really. Okay, the vulgar comment came in response to Kentucky Republican who chastised Trump for his role in the January 6th siege in U.S. Capitol, although McConnell voted against convicting Trump in his impeachment trial earlier this year. The ex-president made an insult while ranting that McConnell didn't do enough to protect him during the process, in which he was ultimately acquitted, Politico reported, citing 3 people familiar with the remarks. So the Political reporter wasn't even there for when all this happened. Some of this you can take with a grain of salt, and some of this is probably true. It's probably 50-50. All right. Trump lashes out at former Vice President Mike Pence for similar reasons, saying he was disappointed he didn't do more to stop the certification of the presidential election results, according to Politico. Okay, first thing, Mike Pence did his job. It's not his job to try to stop the election results. It's his job to actually confirm the election results. That was his constitutional duty. Now, Republicans go ahead and challenge the result, but the fact is, the election was over, Biden won, and the story. Just like back when Trump won, few Democrats did the same thing. And did you see Joe Biden try to keep Donald Trump from becoming president? No, he didn't. He did his constitutional duty just like Vice President Mike Pence did. There's no difference. The fact is, Trump thinking that Mike Pence could have stopped the whole thing, he would have stayed president, is bullshit. The ex-commander-in-chief reportedly repeated his disproven claims of the election was rigged. Look, was there some impropriety in the election? Maybe, maybe not. But was there enough to change the results? No, there wasn't. He lost by 5 million votes. There was not enough to change that. There's not enough to change it in the 3 or 4 states that were close. I'm sorry there wasn't. I'm sorry to hurt people's feelings. It's true. He also criticized Dr. Anthony Fauci, head of the United States National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, reportedly saying he gotten bad advice from the nation's top infectious disease expert during the pandemic. I could be surprised by that you would say that. Was some of the advice he got from him was bad? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not the fly on the wall that was there to actually know. But some of the advice he got and some of the stuff they did was stupid. So it just, especially at the beginning, you shouldn't wear masks. And now they want you to wear 2 masks. All I ask is to be consistent. Okay? In typical Trump fashion, he mocked Fauci for bungling the first pitch at the Washington Nationals opening day last year, according to Politico. All right, first thing, Fauci's like in his 80s. So Trump doing that, that's a low blow. And not only that, I saw Trump throw a first pitch at a baseball game, and he ain't no Sandy Koufax, okay? This rant took place at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort while potential Republican presidential candidates came in to kiss the ring. Those include Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, and Senator Marco Rubio of Florida, according to Politico. All right, first thing, Marco Rubio. He's not going to be running for president. I don't think he will, but he might. And if he does, I don't see him having a chance in hell of being the nominee. That's just my opinion. With Trump supporters still fiercely loyal to the twice impeached former president, he remains a kingmaker in the party. He teases a possible re-election run in 2024, though he largely stays out of the limelight since leaving the White House amid chaos unprecedented in modern memory. The reason he stays out of the limelight is because he's not allowed on any kind of social media platforms. That's the main reason. The only time he gets in the newspaper is when he puts out a comment, or when someone at a party or something repeats what he said at the party. Perfect example is this. If he is still on social media, they'll be talking about him every single day. Because the fact is, the media, that's where they get their clicks, is when it comes to Donald Trump, because so many people hate that man. Okay, now guys, we're at the time of the show where I give my opinion. My opinion is there's a civil war in the Republican Party, obviously. It's the establishment against the Trumpsters. There's people that are on both sides of the fence when you call the establishment and Trump part of the party. And people like Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, they'll do what they have to do to stay on both sides so they're pretty much sitting on fence so they don't offend anybody on either side, so they think they get more votes. It's a strategy more than anything else. In my opinion, those guys are the ones you don't want to have in charge. You want to have someone that's actually going to make a choice, and a conscious choice at that. I actually voted for Trump. I like Trump. Do I think he's a bit of an idiot with some of the shit he says and some of the comments he made? Yeah. But do I think he's going to run again? No. The one I see running is the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. I don't think anyone in the Democrat Party can beat him. If Trump does run, do I think he'll win? It just depends on how bad or how much worse Biden's administration gets, especially when it comes to that border. I mean, it's getting so bad, that border, Republicans already right now beating them over the head with it. It's like whack-a-mole. Boom, boom, every day. And even the media is getting on them about it. And if it stays that way for the next 4 years and nothing changes, well, first thing, in the next couple of years, their midterm elections, Republicans have the Senate and House. Then the presidency comes up and he still doesn't change, Republicans will have the presidency. Now, when it comes to Mitch MCConnell, I don't see him running for Senate again. There's too many people that dislike him. He barely won the Senate seat last time he ran. And I see him getting primaried. And that's another thing that tells you that there's a civil war going on, because every Republican that's not on Trump's side is getting primaried, and they're going to lose their seat to this primary challenger. Now, that might give the Democrats a chance to actually win some seats, but in these places that Republicans are challenging them, it's hard red Republican state anyway. So I don't see that happening. And if these people get into our loyal Trump supporters in the Senate and House, if you have someone like Trump win, some things are going to change. Or someone like Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, though, is a little bit more interesting character, especially since, he's more mainstream. He's more of a establishment guy. Even though he's done things that are similar to what Trump would do, I still don't consider him, anything like Trump. But that's just my opinion. All right, now we're at the quote of the day. I shall allow no man to belittle my soul by making me hate him, by Booker T. Washington. Now, that's a quote I think Democrats and the news media need to read and think about whenever they talk about Trump so bad. The hatred they have for him. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Peace.